Hello everybody, welcome back to Factorio! I am C for Cat, this is how I talk now, and I've been thinking, which is usually the start of a dangerous sentence, but I've got to make some wood, right? And I have a funny feeling wood is something I need a lot of at different points. Crimes aren't crimes until they're written down, that's a valid point. So I've got a feeling that I'm going to need a lot of wood over time. So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix these glitches we found at the end of the last stream, because it just seems like the thing to do. Hello, Tara. And then I'm going to consider, what if instead of having a small amount of wood, we had a lot of wood. Now today I do want to get copper going. But I was also wondering how valid an idea would it be to just make a shite ton of wood. Oh, wait, delete that one. This one's over here. There's a pipe missing? Yes, there is. Delete that one. Good. So yeah, I'd love to make a ton of wood. But before I do that, and this is the part that I haven't actually considered, what is wood actually needed for? Wood is used for a bunch of things, including abacuses. I didn't kind of anticipate that last one. That last one was kind of a surprise to me. We can also make all sorts of wonderful things to be made out of wood. So the next question is logs. Is anything made out of logs in particular? Not really. There are more recipes available, although some of them are turds. I mean, if I could get things, even that is slightly more beneficial. I don't really want to use ash, that's the thing. I want to stay away from ash, that's a thing away. Okay, so what I might actually do is I might make a lot of logs. I didn't actually check the thing. Logs aren't really used for a lot, but they are used for a few things. So what I might do is get a bunch of logs together, just using this recipe for now, but we can always expand it later. And what I'm thinking I want to do is transport logs, which is a strange thing to transport, but I'm a strange person. And I want to transport, like, I don't know, I want to make 200 logs per minute. How valid an idea is that? Just using water? Oh, but what if, Marvel's what if we got tree 2s involved? 26 becomes, basically halves it. Interesting. Or it doubles it. Doubles it is an interesting way of looking at things.
Ooh, quality.
Oh, I've got tree 2s, I've got the improved recipes as well. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that right now then. I'm just going to worry about the fact that quality is now -2. Just a casual reminder, the quality does not go below -5. Casual reminder, in case someone wanted to do that. And that's going to be a blue color. Well, that's a disgusting blue. Hello, Ochiniwa. Okay, so what we could do is something a bit like this. We get the tree seeds. Yep, that makes the wood. That's going to require additional logs. That's fine, the matrix will sort that out. And some moss, which will require muddy sludge. That's not a problem to worry about. And carbon dioxide. That is a little bit more painful to worry about. But I mean, that's only like 50 things, and that's going to make 200 logs per minute. And then we can ship those logs to wherever wood is required. Which, as we've discussed, is a few point. BRB, everyone. Sorry about that, everyone. There was a very loud noise, and I thought someone had fallen and hurt themselves. Turns out all that had happened is the shower squeegee had fallen off the wall. You know, that classic shower squeegee we all have in love. Can I make that a lighter colour? No. Better colour. Not really, but it'll do. So anyway, that's my idea, because I'd like to use... I need it for a whole bunch of things, and I think... Well, actually... Here's the next part of this. Do I actually need that much wood? Because, see... Sure, we need wood for a few things. Well... Because always there's a possibility if you spend a lot of time making a lot of stuff in Pi and then you don't actually need it at all. So maybe what I'm going to do is spend my time getting the copper mines done and getting the caravan to lose their jobs. So I think what we're going to do is turn this lane around down here, come over here. So what we need now is a bunch of mining drill. I think that would be the economical thing to do. Then we can worry about trees. It's trees, son. So what we need is some wagons. Oh, actually, I had another thought about the No, it's not about this. It's about this train. The refuel wants to also add a weight condition that ash equals 0. That's actually a very important part. I didn't consider that before, but we also want to make sure that ash is empty. Okay, so we've got enough trains with like another cargo wagon, of which we don't have enough of. We don't have enough brakes because we don't have enough small parts because we don't have enough copper. Funny how all that sort of just keeps sort of being the problem, isn't it? Brakes, is that the one that needed the fish oil? No, it was gears. That's fine. Now, admittedly, I would probably prefer to have another one of those, but quite frankly, I just don't have that right now. So, what we're going to do... I think... There's a few things we're going to need to do at some point. We're going to need to align this in a way that's not stupid. Done that yet, though. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. What that is relative, that probably looks a bit better. Yeah. Now what I would like to do... Does that still give me 3 spaces? So it should give me 2, yeah. Feels like it's kind of fat on that side. Can I make it less fat on that side? Seems like I'm really asking a dangerous question. What I'm saying is this rail will make my butt look big. That's better. The answer is no, my butt was always just this big. And other fun ways you can get yourself killed in a hypothetical question. Now see, now it's too skinny. We're not going to get the rocking wheel go around like that. fine. We don't need the rocking world to go around at any point anyway. And we'll pop that. Oh, we need to create a book. Okay. How do I make a book? Book. Is there like a button? Blueprint book. There is a blueprint book button. There it is. Boop. Put that in there. No. Done. Okay. Cool. Got a blueprint book now. That's not the blueprint, that's the book. That back in there. Okay, put the book in there. Problem solved. Move on with our lives. Trees in the way. This is where I should get my car. Where is my car? That didn't actually clear up anything. Oh, for flip's sake, it's miles away. That's okay, that's why we've got trains. Literally why we carry trains everywhere now. I don't even need to fuel the train. Okay, I'm not doing that though. That's literally the worst idea. Stealing jobs? Hell yeah. Stealing jobs is how you know you're an economist. Or something. All the best people steal jobs. It's how people like, what's his name? Jeff Bezos got so rich. He stole all the hard-working Americans' jobs, and now they're not allowed to work, and Jeff Bezos works 18 warehouse jobs all by himself. That's how it works. Actually, 18 is wrong. Jeff Bezos works like hundreds of thousands of jobs every day. That's why he's bald. Stress of working so many jobs. Not only does he work the jobs, he also works the manager's jobs. So if he makes a mistake, he has to like have a meeting with himself, and then he has to like stress and antagonize about the meeting for months, wondering if maybe his job's on the line. And it is. He'll have to fire himself as well, but that's okay because then he hires himself again, because he's his own HR department. I just realized. Am I doing this on an Amazon platform? Yes, I've just realized that Twitch is an Amazon platform.
Quality?
And my stream is now cancelled. Whoopsie daisies. We're going to go negative quality. Yes, understood. This needs to be purpley colour. That's not purple at all. You know, it's kind of purple. It's actually more of a blue, but whatever. Blue and purple, as far as I'm concerned, are the same colour. The thing you need to know about C for Cat is he doesn't see colour. For better or for worse. You know, for one tree, that is a collision waiting to happen. It's true. Ask my wife. It really annoys me when we play Dungeon Pets. It really annoys me when we play Dungeon Pets. Because she says, give me a blue card, and I give her a purple card, and she's like, no, I said a blue card, and I'm like, well, that's not blue. That colour is blue, this purple colour is purple. I'm not sure if I've made the right argument here, I might have gone the wrong way around with the joke. Anyway, I better add that quote before I forget. It gets lost. Okay. Done. We probably gonna need to get more tracks very soon too. Okay, cool. Ah, I'm so happy to have trains. Sure, it sucks building the lines out, but it's one of those things, the more that the lines are built out, the more it's going to be easier for me later. Like, everything's just going to go so good. This is my train tracks, yes. Right, all my lead's gone into making solder, hasn't it? It has. We might have to expand lead very soon. I think the problem is this fuel. Oh no, we don't use that fuel down here anymore. What else do we use that fuel for then? Okay, well I didn't... Okay. What else did we use that fuel for? Ah, I knew it. It was something else we used it for. Making glass. That doesn't seem like it's taking that much fuel. Making glass again? Sure, but again, that's not that much fuel. That looks concerning. That's required for titanium, I believe. Yes. Wait, hang on. Is this required for lead as well? Right, okay. So if they're both required, then there's not much I can do about that aside from perhaps make more. We'll worry about that later. Add it to the pile of things to worry about later. You know what, we're gonna just do a classic this and just call it Sad Face. There we go. Now we know there's a sad face there. That pile's getting pretty big. The pile of things that you need to deal with later. Yeah, it is. It is. I vaguely note that. It's alright. I more or less knew what I was signing up for with this. Like, I didn't really know what I was signing up for, but I knew what I was signing up for. That's probably going to be the thing that stops me. Oh, hell, there's a forest in the way. Okay, I don't think the car can deal with a forest very well. That's fine, gets us our logs. This just makes me remember that I want to build like a big forestry department. You know, I deal well with... I've unlocked them. Gunpowder, huh? Coke and sulfur. I don't have sulfur. I need acid gas. Uh... Oh, we have other problems there. Okay, let's take a break on this. Burners. We're gonna need more of them. What do we need for burners? Steel plates. Okay. We can actually probably make grenades then. That's actually kind of an exciting concept. So what do I need? An evaporator. Which is 10 small parts, steam engines, a quenching tower. Oh good, it's one of these situations. No, you know what? I don't need those just yet. I do need tin, however. If I remember rightly, tin is... we have an abundance of tin somewhere. There it is. Oh yeah, I wanted burners too, didn't I? Evaporator. Oh, there we go. Sorted. Yep, just keep sciencing. And the acid gas makes sulfur in another evaporator. The irony is not lost on me. I don't know if that's irony. Okay. Wrong button. And then with sulfur, we make gunpowder, which is actually pretty easy over there. Saline water could be a little bit of an annoyance, but hang on. We've missed a step here. Grenades are easy. Gunpowder is made in assembler, sure. Sulfur is made in an evaporator. Yeah, so it's just a couple of evaporators and a couple of assemblers. That's child's play. Assuming you have really dangerous children, of course. Need more stone. Wednesday getting called out.
Some quality?
Seriously. Why are we decreasing it so much today? What did quality ever do to you, man? Okay. Wednesday isn't a dangerous child. He's just misunderstood. Felt like a thing to do today. Fair enough. Don't let me stop you, up until the point that I stop you. What was the last thing I wanted? I wanted some more stone, which I think I've walked near, but... I was going to it, actually. Okay. We also have a new form of power, but I don't really care for that right now. We're getting very close to having a litter box. What would that require? More than I'm willing to deal with right now. Okay. What was I very excited about making? Grenades. If you like peeing in Granada, that's a weird thing to do. Unless you're already in Granada, then I guess it just makes sense. But if you're not in Granada, it's just a weird thing to be fond of. First meme about this game, people are apparently sick of it because they were saying the factory must go. Hey? How can you be sick of Factorio? It's literally the best game on the market. Unless I'm missing the joke, which I feel like I probably have. Oh, the factory must grow, the factory must go. Grenades are fun toys that everyone should have. I agree in principle. Okay. We having... Oh. Oh no. Seem to have a slight problem there. We'll deal with that in a second. And then from there we will make offer. And we'll put that in a box for now. Good thing I came over here to check on that problem. Yeah, it wasn't really what I came over here to do, but... Glad we did. I don't really have the inserters for this, but... Or the belts for this. I'm able to get rid of a few more of the things, but I don't think we really got everything we want. Saw a sushi guide on YouTube. It looked like the way they did it. Never anywhere near a full belt. Yeah, no, I think sushi belt is only for the madmen. I'm sure people can get it working. I think Dosh had a fairly good working one, but I don't think you should ever think a sushi belt is a actual possibility. It's fun to look at, but I don't think it's logistically feasible. When you found me, I was running sushi belts of sorts. Yeah, I'm sure I was. I've done it more than once. It was a mistake every time I did it. I have regrets every time I did sushi belt. Sushi is fantastic when you have a high number of ingredients at a low throughput. Yeah, I mean, you could just try and run the entire base as a sushi belt. It's not a great idea and I wouldn't recommend it, but I've done it. I've finished base Factorio that way. I've launched a rocket in space age that way. I don't recommend it. That's my final opinion on the matter. The thing you can do, it's a thing you shouldn't do. They look good for the low throughputs. And there was the duck, yeah. It's a shame it didn't ever quack properly though. Okay. But that looks like it's beginning to clear out a little bit better. Okay, meanwhile we've made 6 sulfur. How much does a grenade take? I don't know, because we need gunpowder first. How much coke and sulfur makes gunpowder? Okay. We have coke over here, right? Yeah, but bots is so boring. I mean, you're not wrong, but it's so boring. I feel like a lot of the challenges I like in Factorio is doing really nasty spaghetti. That might be more a thing for my problem. Oh wait, it might be a more problem with me and my way of thinking about things than anything else. But I love me some nasty spaghetti. And you can read that however you like. Yeah, circuit does change the whole picture of the thing to being something from a terrible idea to something that might actually work. I hate building on these resource patches, it feels so dirty. But also, I don't care enough. Oh wait, this makes saline? Whoa, 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 whoa. This, whoa, wow, 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 wow. This is, I have made a genius machine. You know what? When I made this first, I thought I'd waste a lot of time, and now that I'm here, I realize I'm a genius. It was good to like have my genius realized like 20 hours later. I'm gonna drop that down a little bit. So that way we can put a box of sulfur here. Gunpowder. I've got so much crap in my inventory, I don't even know what I'm looking for. Yeah, speedrunners are crazy. I think we can all agree on that. I say that as someone who has run the speed before. Not well, mind you, but has run the speed. How much iron does each one need? 5. I think for now I'm hand feeding this one. Yeah, we have 1 grenade. Out of curiosity, not as great as I would have liked it to be. You don't have the extra explosive damage. Is that a thing available at this tech level? I was very proud of myself that I got all the base game achievements prior to the expansion coming out. I'm very proud of myself for achieving that. Okay, we are now at -5 quality. Just so you know, Dabra, it does not go any lower than that. On the basis of, I don't want it to. Oh wait, I could just do a hue shift. Oh. When did I change it? Only one could be used? One what, sorry? It wouldn't be too hard to go lower than -5. No. I have pride in myself. Not possible. I'm not a -5 streamer. I can accept to be a... Oh! Yeah, so increase, decrease, they share the same timer. When did I change it because only one could be used? So originally it was only that could only increase. But then I've now got a bot running that basically when one of those two gets used, it turns them both off for I think 10 minutes, I can't remember the exact time. So that way it's not like one person doing the same thing, like turning on and off at the same time. So that way there's actually like a little bit of a break, because I haven't got the bot to figure out how to do the next part of that. What do we do with tailings dust? Yeah, no, we're not doing any of that shit. Oh god, one day we're gonna have to deal with that shit. Coal tiles. But right now we can make it titanium and tin. Don't really care enough for that. Worth it. So we have 2 grenades. Trees regrow? What? Okay, so we've done a lot of work for 2 grenades here. That's okay. We'll come back with a bunch of iron later to make more grenades. But now, it was actually a bit of a waste of time. That's okay, because what we can say is we have the ability to make grenades should we feel like it. I wasn't paying attention there. I'm very surprised we didn't hit a power pole. When are the devs going to adapt the biter spreading logic and have trees spread? Never, I hope. So we've got we've got a bunch of like things that we really need to find homes for. But to find homes for those things is probably going to take a little while. Okay, let's go back to getting the copper going, because that's actually what we should have been doing rather than spending time building grenades. So we're going to come over here. And we're going to go... Pa! And that's why we just spent like half an hour to do that. Was that worth it? No. Like, running through trees is just as fast, just as efficient, and slightly more fun if you believe that. Like, there was some fun about running into those trees repeatedly. Oh look, another forest. Oh, it's a rock! Yeah, the next time you need to get through a forest isn't this one. It's going to be way more worth it. That's true. There's a couple more forests we have to get through to get the copper train working. This is why people are like, oh, caravans are amazing. No. Big caravan has tricked you all. Don't get tricked by the lies of Big Caravan. You're smarter than that, I know that. What's a caravan? Is it like a camper? I mean, I can show you a caravan if you want to see one. Do not be afraid, for they are as brutal as they look. It's like, you know, freak shows? It's like that. Imagine a train was a person. I don't know. I don't know if you want to see this. Yeah, well, I'll show you anyway. There's one. Oh, there's one moving. That's a caravan. So this one is the one that's going to get its job lost. Because he comes down to this copper mine, he gets the copper, and then he ambles back. But he doesn't carry enough. Which is why he's losing his gosh darn job. Yeah, it actually uses beta logic. So it has a target of where it wants to go and it uses beta logic to get there. Like, I'm not even joking. Apparently they use the same Pathfinder engine as betas. But how can you trust anything that thinks like a beta? You know? Quick and dirty answer is you can't. No, it's just a big boy. It's just a big boy. Just normal men. They're just ordinary men. Anyway. These trees are getting in the way again. And then bands could spawn and attack the caravan and have to circle the wagons. I mean, I think you're playing a different game at that point. I don't know what you're playing. Desperados? Desperados. Very different game again. Oregon Trail. I don't think Oregon Trail has raiders. Then again, I don't know. I haven't really played that much Oregon Trail. My understanding of Oregon Trail is just everyone dying of dysentery. Typhoid? Maybe natives? Do you get attacked by natives in Oregon Trail? Again, it's not a game I've really played. There's no history value to it in New Zealand schools. I mean, some history value, I suppose. History is history, but it's not like we didn't have an Oregon Trail in New Zealand. Like, New Zealand's not a huge flippin' continent. You want to go somewhere, you just flip and go there. Just take a boat. You know, stop being lazy. I'll worry about the signaling later. Trees being a pain in the butt. I mean, right now we don't have enough trains to really worry too much about the signaling. Uh, okay, so then we want to go south. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my handy dandy urn, which is both handy and dandy. People used to die of fever all the time. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Kind of hard to explain to a kid, right? I mean, that being said, I only just realized the other, like, not too long ago that leprosy is actually curable now. I didn't, well, see, I don't know. I didn't know what it was. Didn't really think about it. It's only when I was playing Darkest Dungeon, I was like, can they cure leprosy now? Like, oh yeah, it's not that big a deal. Oh. Alright then. I mean, you know, it's just I didn't know. Not something I'd ever really researched. And it's not like I'm a medical person. AKA a doctor. You may have heard of those medical people before. Those medicine wizards. Alright. So that's pretty good, actually. Then what we're going to do is, I think we're going to, for now, we're going to treat this as like, no we're not, no we're not. We're going to put a circle here. How do you build a circle? But now that's what we'll do. We'll change that later when we come back this way. Right. This part will come out this way for now. There we go. Cool. It's not perfect. What, you wanted a perfect circle? That's a different band. I don't have any of the stuff that I need for this. It doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be good enough. That is the policy of the stream. Nothing needs to be perfect, it just needs to be good enough. Okay.
Quality? Why not?
Oh shit, my car's in the way. Who the hell builds a car? Increase quality stream. Yeah, we can do that to quality 4. Because we're still at negative quality. We'll take the car with us. Oh, it's full of coal. And then we get the car. We put got the coal back in the car. And other things that we can possibly burn in the car. We go on a little joyride. I say again, we really need to find a place for all this crap that we're carrying around. Iron stick, iron plate. That just sounds like a case of needing iron. But wait, if I pick up the car, then I... Well, the car can stay there now. We'll get on the way back. Wait. Train is facing the wrong direction. Okay, cool. Now, I think this... Oh, this probably needs to be a double wagon. We don't have double wagons available. Okay, that's fine. Excuse me? Oh, you don't have enough fuel on you. Okay, well, you'll come back. You'll come back. They always come back. Just gonna go get some fuel. I hope I filled it with coal and nothing else. Yeah, it'll be alright. Alright. Out of curiosity, how many will it take of these to fill a belt? 6. I think that's already a full belt, isn't it? Yeah, that's a full belt of copper right there. Speaking of belts, I didn't pick up any more belts. Hey, my brain's turned into jerky. Yeah, I feel that. Me IRL, right? What I'd probably also like to do, if I can find my way through this forest and not get hit by the train that's coming. There it is. Let's go find that car, which is a bit away. To entertain ourselves, we're going to put some signaling down. I am thoroughly entertained. My entertainment knows no bounds. I wish I was dead. If I stand on this line, maybe I will die. I wish a train would run me down. Hey, my car's here. Hooray! Sorry, that got dark. That joke got really dark, and I apologize for that. That joke got way darker than I think it should have. I let that go too far. Okay, speaking of going too far, here's 26 inserters. And some slower ones too. And belts are going to be really required here. We are short on undergroundy, so I'll grab 2 of those. We're going to... I think I might just let that caravan keep doing its job, despite the fact its job is terrible. I think I'll sunset clause it. Wood, stone, bricks, iron plates. Okay. I think I'd like to build some storehouses. Can I burn some stuff first? Can I just go through my inventory real quick and just burn stuff that I don't care about? I know the wood's probably good, but I don't care. Yeah. Those things that'll take a little bit, like burning the logs is going to take a little while, but I also don't care enough. Okay. Wait, no, the logs. I do need the logs. I need the wood. Come back, logs. I'm sorry, logs. I didn't mean to say that about you. I think you're wonderful. I don't know what's up with this fake southern accent that I'm doing. I vaguely apologize. I'm not sure who to, but I vaguely apologize that you had to hear it. Steel and iron plates. Now my logic is, these warehouses, if I understand this correct, which I'll give it a second. You enjoyed the southern accent? Oh, okay. Every now and then. So see, that should be able to do 6. So that's enough for like 1 train carriage. It's actually not too bad. And we'll just get some more iron plates. These warehouses are actually a really nice size for the Revolution. I was thinking we should start naming stations. Like, or not stations, but yeah, stations, not platforms. Platforms already have names and they're very utilitarian. But I think we should be naming stations and getting like a mod that does plates and like putting names of the stations there. What do you reckon? Do we name stations? Should be like that thing in Japan where like every station has its own little ditty. Quality? Okay. Ow! Oh, we're going back to -5, are we? Japan, where everything has a mascot. I mean, everything has a mascot, up until the point that they were like, we have too many gosh darn mascots, we need to reduce them. I don't know if you read that, about that, it's very funny, it's literally a problem they had. Oh look, there's too many mascots. Like, I think... So there was a particular station that realized they had like 20 mascots because each train had a mascot, each line had a mascot, some of the stores had a mascot. It's like it was just ridiculous. They're like, no, this has gone too far, guys. We gotta slow this down. I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. What is my plan here, though? Actually, like, seriously, what is my plan? I think 2 will do for now. I don't think we need to go beyond that. I kind of have a mascot, I suppose, yeah. That is true. I am the mascot. That is also true. Kind of a bit of both. Like, sometimes I am the mascot, sometimes the mascot is itself. Like, yeah, I am the mascot and the mascot is itself as well. Okay. I'm going to be fixing that again shortly, but for now that will do. Now the question is, do I want to run the power line through the train line? The answer is eventually, but not yet. So I think we're still going to ad hoc these lines. Oops. Not like that. So the lines are not going to be the... Yeah, it's the next science pack. It's fine. How long will it take to get the next science pack? This is when you have that SpongeBob meme. 76 hours later. I even like SpongeBob, but it's a good meme. Those posts are not aligned. Wait till you see these posts then. You say just kidding, there are some people who legitimately don't like that. Ooh. Ooh, okay. We may actually have a different problem that I had not considered. Which is the power lines do not go far enough. Well, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, I suppose. Put some lamps down. Wait, it can only hold 20? Okay, I can only hold 20 stacks. No chrome yet for medium poles. No, we haven't got around to that yet. Okay. We are going to try and focus on getting the copper cleared from this side ASAP. Because the sooner we can get that done, I think we'll be happier. That'll give us more space to work with. Okay, so what does this mean for society? What this means for society is that we are going to go with a 4-carriage train. We weren't originally going to do that. Now we are. I was originally thinking that was too much, but now I'm thinking it's fine. We are 1 mining drill short. Please tell me we can build another mining drill. No, we're short of iron plate. Yeah, of course we are. Fine, we don't have a full train anyway. Looks like he ain't playing with a full train. If y'all know what I mean. Well, I don't particularly love this, but hey. It's what we've got for the moment. And we're short one of these, because of course we are. Actually, part of this was designed that we're doing outside first because there was a reason for that. We don't need to do that after a while. Not a permanent thing we need to do. It's not a rule. Chromium may be something we need to start thinking about, or chrome may be something we need to think about at some point soon. So, what do we need? We need a few things. We're going to need more warehouses as well. I actually almost wonder, should we be building warehouses as a regular thing? Because if they're what we're going to be using for our storage needs... nope. I wish to... Nope. That's what I want to do. Okay. What I might do is just a little casual one of these. Remember, if someone comes up and starts dissing your fly girl, you give them one of these. Honk. 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 I feel like we went a little bit overboard there. I think it's probably fine. You guys just need to know what happens if some guy comes up to disrespect your your fly girl. All right. I'm enjoying seeing the train tracks expanding across the world. It makes me happy. And then I think what I do, this is the north one, yeah. No. I don't have a train track that goes over here yet. No, I don't. That's alright. The thing is, like, the train tracks are slowly going to start spreading to, like, all parts of the base. And that's why we build the train tracks early. Because we basically start relying on them then. Which is what we want to do. Yeah, it's longer than we really need it to be. That's cool. And we basically build this out large, so this is a proper station. Yeah. That way we can have our copper up there, drop into there, and that'll just keep the copper flowing. Which is one of the problems we have right now, the copper keeps stopping. That's the hugest problem we have. We may dismantle this later to make better copper, but for now I'm not thinking about that. I'm not even mentioning it, to be honest. I know what you thought you heard. You actually heard nothing. You thought I'd mention it, didn't you? Didn't mention a damn thing. Wouldn't mention it. Doesn't make sense. Is there a place where iron and steel kind of combine? Yes, over here. Now we are going to need a few other things, of course. We need wood. And we need wooden chests. Can I not make... What? Oh! Fascinating. Turns out I can't make wood by hand. I mean, I can only make wood by hand. I can't... Okay, that's fine. Not a huge deal, it's just kind of funny. Power poles. Okay, now stone bricks. Now stone bricks is something we've never actually imported. Which... kinda wild? Really? We did concrete but never stone bricks? I think that's correct. I'll rephrase that. I don't think it's correct, but I don't think it's right, but I think it's correct. Like, what I have done is a dishonorable thing, but... as they say, there is no factory without dishonor. No one says that. It may be Bethesda, but that's just because they want to make another Dishonored game. I think there's only 2 of those games. I don't know. Not a game franchise I ever played. I played like the first 5 or so minutes of it. And it was fine. I didn't hate the first 5 minutes of Dishonored. But I feel like I was supposed to play more than 5 minutes of it to enjoy it. That's Arcane. Published by Bethesda? It's a Bethesda game though, I thought. Okay. Okay. Sorry, my bad. Is it published by Bethesda? Is that... why do I have Bethesda's name in my head for those games? Published by Bethesda. Okay, that makes sense. I apologize to everyone involved. Especially Arcane. And also to Todd Howard. Because let's be honest, the poor man deserves an apology every now and then. Not too many. We don't want it to get to his into his head that, you know... I mean, it just works, right? Apologies, they just work. How many warehouses do we want? Probably not a ton of them. He looks so meek and was so humble on the red carpet for the Fallout series. I mean, I'm just going to say this. I know it's not necessarily fair, but it's not like he made Fallout. Like, he didn't make the Fallout franchise. Sure, he made Fallout 3, his company made Fallout 3, 4, and 76. But they didn't make the good Fallouts, aka 1, 2, and New Vegas. I mean, don't get me wrong, Fallout 3 was really good for the time, and then Fallout New Vegas absolutely blew it out of the water. Then Fallout 4 comes along, you're like, oh, I bet you this is going to be even better. And it was just kinda, it existed. I barely touched it. Maybe that says more about me than it says about Fallout 4, but meh. Didn't like tactics. I didn't play a lot of tactics. I think Jagged Alliance is better than Fallout Tactics, so I don't really think about tactics as that game. I think about Jagged Alliance. I was a big Jagged Alliance fan. I like my alliances like I like my knives, jagged. If Fallout was just the Bethesda works, it wouldn't have been the Titan franchises. I suppose, yeah. I think that's quite true. Didn't the TV show, like, go to New Vegas as well? Or isn't that like where Season 2 set or something? Which is, I think, kind of rude to Obsidian, who... do I want to be rude to Obsidian? Oh gosh, I really do want... How do you feel about Obsidian? Am I allowed to be rude to Obsidian? I think so. But I just want to check the atmosphere before I start my shit on Obsidian. I'm thinking about it. I know I shouldn't, but I'm tempted. Feels like it has a Vegas flair. You know what? We're going to talk about Obsidian. Obsidian is only good when they make sequels to someone else's games. Hang on. Wait. Now I can talk shit about people. Now I can talk shit. I'm a friendly cat. But unfortunately I've already said the most defamatory thing, so it's a bit late. Yeah, Obsidian only do great work. They do good work, fine. They do fine, okay, acceptable work. But they only do great work when they're making sequels to other people's games. Now, I'm not saying that they don't try hard. I'm not trying to be rude to them. I am being rude to them because that's a really mean thing to say. But I just think their sequels to games are always better than their actual games themselves. And I don't know what's up with that, but it does seem to happen a lot to them. Wait. Oh. Wait, no. Your short breaks. What's going on here? It's very good talent to have down the list. I mean, look, thinking about the 3 games I consider Obsidian making that are actually pretty decent. KOTOR 2 was like, they're very good at writing a story. I will give that to them. Their stories are actually very good. I think where they fall apart is when they have to make the mechanic, like, they're very good at polishing someone else's mechanics. If they have to make the mechanics themselves, they do tend to fall over a little bit. But if they're given someone else's mechanics and said, this is your game, make it good, they can do that. They can make someone else's game good. Or even great. But they're not very good at making their own games great. Now, you're welcome to correct me if I'm wrong on that one, because I would love to be wrong on this. Also because I've said something actually quite insulting, and I apologize uh, to Obsidian. Because, you know, they made Fallout New Vegas, and they damn well deserve kudos for that, because friggin' New Vegas is the best Fallout game. Bar none, mind you. I think Fallout New Vegas has actually held up rather well for the, what, 20 years it's been out? 15 years it's been out? Whereas I feel like Fallout 3 does not. I feel like Fallout 1 and 2 have a very clunky interface. I feel like Fallout New Vegas is still very good. And I think if... I'm surprised there hasn't been a remake of it at this point with like all updated textures and stuff, but I wonder if that comes down to like the fact that it was made by Obsidian and not Bethesda. Because I mean, Lord knows Bethesda love to remake Skyrim over and over again. I'm kind of surprised they haven't considered remaking this. Fallout New Vegas again, because... Would it sell well? I mean, maybe there has been a remake and I just ignored it. That's possible too. Has there been a remake? I don't think so. I don't think there's been a remake of New Vegas. But, I mean, New Vegas is a very good game. I don't think anyone's questioning that. How's that one working out? All goes on that side, then it stays on that side, we go like that. Okay, cool. We are gonna run out of space. We're doing it that way. We could... Oh, there's a very good reason why we're doing it that way. Over there. Over here, there's no real reason to do it that way. Outer Worlds 2 coming out soon. Oh, an Obsidian game that rated somewhat okay. Yep, that's on par for them. Sorry, Obsidian. I know you're doing your best, but... just don't do well when you make your own worlds. I'd like to be proven wrong. Please, Obsidian, prove me wrong. I would love it. So far, you haven't done that. I think a lot of people were surprised by that, to be honest. Oh, it's C'est La Vie. Here he is. Him watching his job slowly be taken away from him. Oh no, I'd be forced to eat my words with an enjoyable experience and memorable gameplay. How? Yeah. I remember, like, this is not fair to Obsidian because this is like bringing up old wounds, but like I remember when they were like releasing, I think it was Alpha Protocol, and it was just getting all this press, and it was like the game came out and it was just like wet fart sound. And unfortunately that tends to be how Obsidian's you know, releases go. They not? Oh wait, hang on. Where's my train? Oh, it's down there. Okay. Now this is when I'm going to do something you should never do.
Got some quality?
I am going backwards on the train track. This is known as a rebel thing to do. How do I connect it? B? Rolling G. Weird. There we go. People don't play with the rolling stock enough, I think. They're fun commands. No, we're perfect. Don't worry, no one remembers Alpha Protocol. It's not your fault. Back when PC games used to go on the shelf, I didn't hit record. Okay, I'm gonna have to save this. I just realized I didn't hit record on my thing before playing, so I'm gonna have to do some stuff. No, it's alright, I'll just grab this another way. It's just annoying. It just means I have to do work. Yeah, it do be like that. Just looking down at it and realizing I got nothing going on there. This is why my quality of stream is so low. It didn't hit record. I was warned, and I did nothing. Okay, good news. That train is now... Copper is basically going to be a lot better now. It's not going to fill as often as a good friend, as quickly as the good friend the caravan does, but it's going to be generally a lot more efficient at... Like, it's going to hold the copper for longer, so it should be okay. I'm trying to go through this forest real quick. I said real quick. I meant to go through it a little bit faster than that. You know what? I'm going to go get like a shit ton of iron, and I'm going to go get some grenades made. Okay, so that's copper. That wasn't actually anything I needed to do today. But it was something that I wanted to... it was something I needed to do, actually. I needed to get new copper. Okay, let's go get a bunch of iron. Let's just fill up on iron. Yep, sure. Then I think we go and get our forestry done. Hey, Disco Jedi. Thanks so much for the raid. Really appreciate it. I did what I needed to do. It was the headline task for the day. That's true. What have you been up to, Disco Jedi? By the way, awesome name. Love the name. The Forever Winter. Not a game I'm familiar with. Kiwi gamer. Oh, nice. Fellow Kiwi. Kia ora. That's what I was going to say. Hopefully you had a good stream. Just getting a friendly Kia ora. You can't go wrong with a friendly Kia ora, that's what I say. See, best case situation, greetings back. Worst case situation, they get upset about it because they're like, the native language of our country shouldn't be used in our country. And that's funny in its own right. Again, my Māori is pretty piss poor, unfortunately, but I can at least give a Kia ora. It's a looter extraction shooter. You know, I've never played one of those games. There's like, what's the name of the game? Escape from Tarkov, is that one of them? I don't know, there's a whole bunch of them. I've never played any of those games. Like a looter shooter, or extractor shooter thing. Pretend he knows what he's talking about. He's got nothing. This is a bad start. What's going on here? Okay. Don't know how that happened. But I think we can all agree it was a mistake. How do I just get it back in there? I've jammed myself. Okay. We're gonna just throw this coal away. There we go, that'll all sort of deal with itself. Everything's back to proceeding as normal. That will make all my stuff. Didn't make any grenades, but that could be partly because I didn't have... But, wasn't really an iron problem. I didn't notice that it jammed. I didn't have my... Look, it's me. Do I ever have my reasons, really? Do I? But the important thing is we are making acid gas again, potentially. Means we're potentially making sulfur, which means we're potentially making gunpowder, which means we're potentially getting stuff done. I am just outputting a bunch of gunpowder that way, I feel. Just throwing a bunch of gunpowder into the burner. It's like when people put lithium batteries into the rubbish and the rubbish truck compacts it and it explodes. Apparently rubbish truck drivers hate it when their trucks explode, that they're driving explode. They're not a fan, I've heard. I can't figure out why. It sounds awesome. Sorry, I thought I heard a sound. I thought there was a problem. Actually, you know what? I am going to make sure there wasn't. I'll be back in a moment. If not make battery explode, why battery for? That's a valid question. You're right. If you're not making batteries explode, why did you even bother making a battery that day? Okay. So. That's obviously wrong. Do I want to do this? The answer is not really. The answer is not really. Okay, then we're not going to do that. I don't think we need to make a lot of logs, and if we need to, we can always make them later. We got forward grenades. That should help us for later. And we didn't actually put up my radar for over there. Maybe I could get my radar set up for over there, so I can see what the copper is doing. Make sure it's not up to any shenanigans. Make sure it's having no hootenannies. One thing I can't stand is when copper gets a hootenanny. I'm not even entirely sure what that word means. Party? I think a hootenanny's a party. I might be wrong. But yeah, it's just, we got a radar set up over there in Leeds, England. Single-use disposable vapes being shipped to Ukraine so they can harvest the batteries to use in drones. What the are you serious? That's hilarious. That's sick as in good or sick as in bad? I just want to be clear what we're saying here, Waffles. I think that's pretty... I mean, look, no one wants the single-use batteries. They're like, oh, the single-use disposable vapes, they're done with them. And so they're like, might as well just use them in warfare, right? Kill people in a different way. Drone warfare is terrifying. You know, I'm going to go a step back on that. Warfare in general is terrifying. I don't think it ever got less terrifying either. I don't think at any point warfare was like, oh, you know what, this is pretty chill. Most munitions are single use. True, but I mean... True. But I very rarely considered lithium batteries in a... I still didn't get another special measure. I think consider single-use things. To be used as weapons. Okay, so that's now doing that. Oh, that's good. Only problem is working at a battery factory, you had to recycle. However, there are two different types of batteries. We've got them pre-sorted, but you know, human error and all the non-exploding battery crushes explode from time to time. Yeah, I suppose that's true. I can see that. Well, the good news is, with doing this and getting the copper through, like, having two belts of copper ore coming through is probably good. At the very least, it'll make more consistent copper lines. Which, that's something. Can't imagine working at a battery factory is good for your health. I feel like that's one of those things that they tend to export to countries so that way they don't have to worry about the health implications of other people. I hope your health is okay. You know what? I'm gonna again go back a step. I hope everyone who's watching the stream, I hope your health is okay, and if it's not, I wish you all the best. And if it is, I still wish you all the best. I just generally wish people the best. I was gonna make a joke there, but I was like, no, you know what? There's no need for jokes. No need for jokes. Alright, so we are going to make our wood process. We're going to get the wood processing. We've been carrying that stuff around for a little while. We should just get it done. Serious? We need logs. In other words, I hope people get less healthy unless they watch the stream. No? No, I don't. I wasn't sure how to. I wasn't sure which way I wanted to go with that one. Do I want to go the funny answer or do I want to go the honest answer? No, you know, sickness sucks, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a rough world. I'm not going to go further into it, but the world's rougher than it needs to be sometimes. And, yeah. How to say a lot and say nothing at all, the Sifa Cat story. I'm gonna actually take a few of those. Did monthly blood checks and breathing equipment for some jobs? Yeah. That's good at least. I mean, that's some show of responsibility. Which can be hard to find in some places. So yeah, I mean, it sounds like to some degree they were aware of the potential danger and doing what they could to make sure people weren't exposed to too much hazardous material. So I mean, that's good. I'm glad to hear that actually. What am I doing? I need iron. That's what I need. Here's some iron. Okay. Now with that, we should have everything we need to make... I'm going to make a little wood facility over here because it can take the moss. I can't think of moss now without thinking of those kobolds, you know. I'm sorting moss by taste. I've tasted more moss than you can ever comprehend. I can't stop thinking of those stupid kobolds. Cadmium and nickel, yeah. At some point we really do need to improve our iron production as well. I don't know what's going on there and it makes me anxious. What's going on? That's what I was suspecting. Something stupid like that. Should I go fix that? Yes, it's slowing down iron. I knew it'd be some fool thing in the Balkans. Fire moss again. I actually hate it here. I believe it's the line I actually hate. I feel like the lines I actually hated here. There was a time where my line was, again is the funniest word in the English language. But it can also be the saddest word in the English language, I think I've come to realize as I get older. Like, again is funny because it's like, hey, this unlikely thing happened again. Hilarious. But it's also like, a terrible thing happened again. So, I don't know if I think it's the funniest word. I think it's the most interesting word, perhaps. Maybe that's where the more mellowed out, older Sifa Cat's gonna go. Somehow Palpatine returned. See, not funny. Somehow Palpatine returned again? Like, why is he how? How did they not sort this out the first time? You know what? Again works. Somehow he just came back again. Like, what do you mean again? I like how where what actually happened was revealed. That's so funny to me. Like, where do you actually find out how Palpatine returned? Do you know this answer? Because it's hilarious. It's exactly where you'd expect to find out. That's Spaceball's 2 line, if anything. Exactly. Yeah, we're sitting on this is the 3rd Palpatine now. So apparently, where it was actually revealed how Palpatine returned was in a Fortnite event. Which is wild. Apparently, so I've read. Some teenagers blew up my Death Star, but some teenagers blew up my Death Star again. Exactly. It's like, I got seriously, how does this happen twice? That's pretty funny. But, you know, we can also take it to a sad thing. The only good thing starting with Star is Star Trek. Ooh. Maybe. There's also sad things. You know, the Rebel base got discovered again. You know, god damn it. Again? Really? Ugh. Like, if it's a negative thing for the side that you're on, you know, they caught your brother murdering someone again. Oh, jeez. Really? Again? When will he learn there is such thing as too much murder? The real answer to that is never. Because murder, it just happens sometimes. Can't stop. Oh, hell. I don't have any trees, do I? I got actually quite a few trees. Didn't episode 17 have a 3rd Death Star? No, Starkiller Base was not a Death Star. It destroyed stars rather than planets. Like, arrested. Like, mid-stab. Mid-knifing. And it was a planet. Yeah, it was that's true, it was a whole planet. And it was round and had a hole. A lot of things are round and have holes. Can't judge them for that. Where do I want to get started on this? Probably the end. It still wouldn't cover the insurance. What do you think the insurance on the Death Star even is? I don't think you... Okay, weird question. I don't know if anyone has the answer. But can you insure military hardware? Is that a thing you can do? I feel like the answer is no. But I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't be able to insure military hardware. Why are we doing the recipe with Ash? Thank you. We thought that was a good idea. We're gonna do it with the Ash. I feel like military stuff is not health insured by the entity that has the power to collect taxes. Valid point. Tactical seats. Yeah, you can poop so hard on those things. Like, never underestimate how hard you can poop on a military toilet. I don't know anything about the military. I just want to be clear on that. I also would not be able to estimate how hard one could poop on a military toilet. War Thunder, on the other hand, if you go to War Thunder, I guarantee there's someone leaking military secrets about how hard you can poop on a military toilet. This is where we've gotten to, guys. Scatological humor. Zoe, Baldur's Gate's taking over your life. I saw you've made it to the Cursed Lands. It's like, hey, she's made it to Act 2. Congratulations. Are you still playing solo, or like, are you doing solo adventure thing, or are you have a party? I'm glad you're enjoying it. I mean, I assume you're enjoying it. I've made to Act 2 4 times now. Keep making new characters. Oh. Okay. I can't do that. Okay, so we need ash and seedlings. Where do we get seedlings from? Wood, right. About how hard you can poop on a military toilet. It's how hard you can make someone else poop for their country. That does make sense. Kind of. You've learned enough to realize how dumb the AI is. Are you doing solo character? Because I know you didn't really like having a party because you were like finding it overwhelming, right? But have you figured that one out, or are you doing your own thing? Okay. Righty, that side. Go ash. Doing a party, you're very comfortable with mechanics now, so no more crutches. Alright, that's good to hear. And then the real question is, who's your favorite romantical character? That's the most important question you got to ask any Baldur's Gate player. Who's the best romantical character? I already know the answer to that answer. Already know the answer to that question. Is it Karlach? I mean, I don't know. I actually don't know the answer to that question. That's why I'm asking. Astarion? As long as it's not Will. Absolutely Karlach, yeah. I originally went Shadowheart because I'm a basic bitch that way. And I don't regret that, because I do like Shadowheart. But I feel like Karlach is just like... I feel like more bros with Karlach. Which I know she'd be cool with anyway. Karlach is a golden retriever. Yeah. I think in terms of Baldur's Gate dateability, I think Will is the least interesting. And anyone is welcome to fight me on that one, except I don't believe you exist, so... Yeah. If you think I'm wrong, please tell me, but I don't think anyone can tell me I'm wrong. Because I've never had anyone come to bat for Will. Oh, you finished Expedition 33. Was it good? Did you enjoy it? That's a mistake. Will is just a lovely human being. He's fine. Will is fine. That's the best he gets from me. Will is acceptable. Acceptable doesn't make my heart flutter. Okay, we have a minor problem here. Unless we change the way we did. Astarion is like a little brother. I don't know. Astarion is a little brother who's just kind of a dick most of the time. Also hates clowns, which, you know, seems very little brothery. I do love Astarion. Big fan of Astarion, actually. He's just an asshole. I don't know, some part of me just loves him just being a complete dick. Like to literally everyone. Yes, indeed. Does it hit the combat easy? Yeah, I mean, friggin' do it, man. Like, who gives a shit? If you enjoyed the game playing it on easy, then you enjoy the game playing on easy. I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong. You know, like, there was a time that Sifa Cat would have told you you're wrong. When he was like 18 and thought the best way to play games on the hardest difficulty. But today's Sifa Cat is mellow and doesn't give a shit. These days Sifa Cat's like, man, if you had a good time, that's all I want to hear. I think I used to frustrate my father when he'd play a game on easy and I'd be like, oh come on. Really? Easy? Nah, I don't judge. I used to, as I said. But these days I'm like, video games are tough enough, right? We've all got limited time on this earth. I was one of those guys. I probably would have complained if anyone said, oh, I want to play Dark Souls on easy mode so I can enjoy it. I probably would have been one of those guys. But these days I'm like, just chuck an easy mode into the game. Come on, guys. I would have loved to finish Elden Ring. And I'll never finish Elden Ring now. I mean, I did. I don't know anymore. These days, I encourage him to play easy mode because his reflexes are not quite what they used to be. I would be keen. I say I would be keen. I've done it on stream. It didn't go particularly well. I would do it again though. Maybe not on stream. My badass goth girlfriend, Minithara. I've never had her in my party. I killed her. I died in the crypt. Where did I die? I tried 2 or 3 times. I died on stream. The first time I died was against the owlbear. Because I was unaware that there was a second fucking owlbear. I was a VTuber all along. Yeah, see, now I can talk shit about people. No, but I'm still also me. I'm still here. Sometimes I feel like being a cat. It's a normal logical progression. What was I saying? I don't remember. PNG tuber, yeah, exactly. PNG tuber is actually more correct. But what was I saying? Yeah, so the first death was against the owlbears because I was unaware that a second owlbear had, arrived, which was concerning. I didn't know there was a second one because I honestly I never fought the first owlbear. So, I never fought the first owlbear, and now there's 2 owlbears? Oh shit. No, wait, I did fight the first owlbear, I think. Did I? I must have. I must have fought an owlbear. But anyway, the point is I got my ass handed to me by an owlbear. A second owl, yeah, Mr. President, a second owlbear. Yeah, that's what I was sort of going with there, but I forgot the reference. Then the second one was I died. Oh, there was a cave with fucking phase spiders. I didn't even see these caves. So phase spiders just murdered me. That was after I almost died to like a bunch of skeletons kicking barrels, opening more skeletons up, which was also surprising. I kept running into things in my honor mode that I just never saw the first time, which makes me think I really should have, you know, played the game more to know what the hell I was getting into. Yeah, so that's what happened there. I just wasn't prepared. That's really what it comes down to, it is. We have no flowers? We have no flowers? Where are my flowers? Okay, I have no flowers apparently. What's going on there? We're gonna have a bunch of biofuel go somewhere else, but that's okay, it'll sort itself out, I'm sure. Wait, what was the well actually there? What did I miss? What am I missing? You guys feuding. PNG tuber. Oh, right. He will actually degeneracy to me. Okay, I'm onto that. I understand what's happening now. That's funny. I approve of well actually degeneracy. Carry on. Everyone be normal for a change. I'm not going to ask anyone to do that. You skipped over the whole hag in Act 1, your first playthrough. You don't need to do the hag fight. Hag is irrelevant. It's like real life. It was a fun fight. It was a good fight, actually. I didn't find the hag later, but that's okay. OCD says you do. Says I what? Sorry, I've forgotten. I've forgotten the context. I would love to play more Baldur's Gate 3. I just wish I had the time. I mean, okay, no, hang on. I know what you're saying now. To some degree, though, like, the hag fight, you want, well, not hag fight, you want to get even numbers of dexterity, because 17 dexterity doesn't give you shit. 18 dexterity gives you something. Like, the even numbers with attribute scores is always really important, because that's the +1 bonus. And if you don't have the +1 bonus, then why bother even living in this life? You know? Why bother being alive if you don't have the +1 bonus? I don't think I need to explain that to anyone. How's science going, by the way? Still kinda shockingly bad. Oh, it's because of my small parts. You want the 7 to be an 18, exactly. Well, I am glad that you got into Baldur's Gate, because I know you wanted to. So I'm glad that's happening for you. I need to find an excuse to play more Baldur's Gate. The long and short of it, really. That's a roundabout way of saying sorry you haven't been around much. Don't owe me an apology for that. You know that. I'm just happy you're happy. Look, I mean, yeah, I'm... If people can make it to the stream or want to be here for the stream, absolutely, you're always welcome to be here. But if no one shows up, I'm still streaming. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. Not really. It bothers me a little bit, but that's just my ego coming into it. Okay, here we go. So that makes my wood. Is very exciting, and then with that wood, we then plonk it into here, but the wood's going to have another ulterior motive, a sexy motive. That's right, we're going to use it to make batteries. Now I know what you're thinking, how is wood going to help us make batteries? And I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I don't remember, but I'll figure it out. I know this was relevant somewhere, is what I'm saying. I just don't remember why. Obviously wood was alive and batteries need that ability. Batteries are like homeopathy, you know, it's got the memory of being alive and that's what really matters. Okay. So sad when a battery forgets how strong it can be. Okay. How are we doing with power these days? Are we still good for power? We are still super good for power. How are we for copper? Wow. Train just left. We're doing okay. You know what, actually we're doing super great, because now I can see it. Here comes the wood. Right. Why are we slow on this? That's right, it was small battery, small metal parts. We should be making tons of them though, shouldn't we? I think we only have 2 assemblers. We have a shortage of iron. Is that the next step of our ingenious plan? Make iron? Or I think we should do some battery work. I think it's time to do some battery work. So anyway, we've completed that. We can actually put that away for good. 10 times small parts built. I mean... Let's see. Yeah. Ain't nothing improving small parts for a while. Nothing's improving small parts for quite a while, actually. The only thing that'll improve small parts is extra iron and copper. That's why. Oh, do I need a lot of small parts in my on my shafts? No, just my small parts aren't needed that much on my shafts.
Did someone order quality?
Yeah, we're at -4 quality now. Okay, so we probably do need to make small parts. Well, what I think might be a good idea with small parts is actually to have a train and have an actually just machine just cranking out small parts. That might be the best way to do it. Okay, batteries. Where do we start? Cotton guts. Oh god, there's more like living things we're gonna make. The logical place to start is by making living creatures. Right? Right. So, by that extension, I think what we want to do is maybe build... Yeah. We want to take some of these flowers, which we can take. Flowers are this purpley color. Yeah, I think we want to build these things over here. What I'm wondering is, do I want to run this train line up here? So that way we don't cramp ourselves in. I think that might be the best idea. I don't know where my car is anymore. Because we lost it when we picked it up. It's there. We're just going to call it a car. We're not going to be clever about it anymore. I lied. The idea of having a car, not saying, dude, here's your car, was just, I couldn't manage that stress. Don't worry, I'll cramp myself in eventually. That's why I'm building this line now. I know I'll cramp myself in eventually, but I mean, there's no need to actively do it. Get rid of these trees. One thing I know about trees, I don't want them. I don't want it. Gotta go Jon Snow on a tree. Oh. That was potentially dangerous. Okay. Oh, that's a scary alarm. That is the alarm reminding me that it is actually 10 o'clock and probably time to stop soon. I hate that alarm. I don't want to be reminded I have to stop playing Factorio. I just want to keep playing Factorio. The regular thing that normal people think. Well, Factorio players. I don't know if Factorio players are normal people. Probably going a bit far. So we really didn't make any progress on... No, we did actually make progress on the battery, because that's one of the reasons why we wanted the wood. And why we made sure the moss was... So my thinking... Oh wow, it perfectly went through the line. My thinking is, if we do this, we get plenty of space, we can put the Orogs in here. Then we put some stuff for the batteries over here. But I think the liquid manure is what we're working on first. As not super happy about it as I am to say. Because that's the biggest part of the factory. Although, if you take away the moss, like these things, all you've really got left is that part. That's not much. How much? Okay, hang on. I want to check something else as well. Aug. I can make them go do little runs. I can make them have a little run. Burns those. Yeah, because it's a tired Aug. We can kill it. With Aug food. We can't make Aug food yet. What was that? The next power plant I'm going to burn is going to be based on salt. I haven't built it yet. It was probably like a biomass one. So using molten salt. I haven't really thought too much about that as of yet. That was my plan. Looks like this mine is going to start being a little bit sad. How's this going? Look, copper is going great. That's one thing I'm actually really happy about. Now I believe the problem is iron. Which I don't really have a good plan for yet. I know this is insufficient iron at the moment, though. I know that. I unlocked it a while ago. I've actually unlocked a couple, I think. So we can use borax and molten iron to make and hot air make quite a lot of plates. 5%. Yeah, so it becomes a much bigger thing, and I think I want to build that near my methane production because I feel like you could probably just take a lot of that oxygen. That oxygen will do well. Yeah, I mean, methane production is doing really well. I'm really proud of my methane production. We have gone up in power. I always like look at the power graphs when you expand it outwards. I think we had a bit of a shortage there. I think it's come back up. You can just see power increasing. I think as these start to fill up completely, I think we'll probably use a little bit less power for a short time every time they're recharging. But I don't think that's a huge problem. We're going to build over this aluminium mine. It's fine. There's probably another one around.
Quality? Why not?
Yeah, we've occupied both the ones. No, there's more. There's tons more. Fine. It's fine. So I don't really care that much about building over a mine in I because there's nothing available. Petition to ban Odaba from quality. Petition denied. It is funny though, but petition denied. I wonder if I could do that. Just ban one person from it. I don't know. No, I can't morally do it. I know that, so I wouldn't. But maybe. Oh, wait. What do you? Hang on. What? Wait, Splee. Are you sure? I'm very confused. Is this actually something you want to have happen? I've never seen this. I will allow it, but I just want just a confirmation, and then we're gonna end the stream. Yep. Okay. Kathy Harper, you are now top cat, as decreed by Splee. I've never seen a decree go this way. As decreed by Kathy Harper, potentially that Odaba's not allowed to use quality. However, that can be ignored. So, because the decrees don't mean anything. Decree for Zoe. I need to increase the price, otherwise it's going to be decreed that... No, you can decree it. The difference is the decree has no actual value. So Odaba can actually still just use it. What is your full power? Full power of Top Cat is a vague and mysterious thing. You're allowed to make a single decree, but that may be ignored. And if you manage to hold it for a full calendar month, you get into the vaulted chapter of Eternal Top Cat, of which only one person exists currently, and they don't come onto the stream anymore. But at least they're not. If they come on the stream, they don't talk anymore. And also you go into the vaulted Top Cat message. So that's the true thing of Top Cat. That's the true prize, but only one person's ever held it for a month because of mysterious circumstances. Anyway, I need to stop playing now. I need to go to bed. He's done it. Honestly, it was one of his decrees. It has been done. Splee's decree was it to go to you, on which you get your own decree because that's how Top Cat works, apparently. The legends speak of a prophecy wherein you chosen eternal Top Cat. Yeah. Don't think too hard about it. It's only ceremonial. It has no real merit, I'm afraid. Anyway, we're gonna save. Also, Nuke's gonna show up next year because that's how it works. That is true. Nuke just comes in, takes the Top Cat, and goes off to whatever he does. I don't even know what he's playing these days. Actually, I wonder if I checked on Discord. Is he playing anything? No, sometimes I see him on Discord playing with some Helldivers. He's not playing Helldivers at the moment. Alright, let's call the stream. Boop. Oh man, I love my sting. So good. Such a good stinger. Also, the price won't change offline because Steve just can't be bothered. Duke said, shut up, they felt a disturbance. I've seen that in real life. It's very funny. It usually goes like, ah, at the same time. Uh, that's my best Nuke impression. Has he been on stream? I think he's been on stream once. Anyway, thank you everyone for being here. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. If you're new here, please do consider following. I would appreciate it. But you do what makes you feel comfortable. Oh, there's the crickets. Yep, the crickets always come along when I'm saying my stuff. Oh, thank you. I'm just going to give them a second. Alright, I will next be streaming on Saturday doing, you better believe, more Factorio. As we're going to continue working towards making batteries. I think the changes we've made for the Science Pack 1, making it a little bit more efficient, will actually really help batteries, so I think that's good. Someone was mocking me the other day, so when I'm making a point, sometimes I tap on the table, like, and we need to do this. And they just turn to me and they go, Steve, why do you do this as you're talking? And I'm just like, I don't need this shit right now. But anyway. Yeah, be streaming on Saturday. So be here for that. YouTube.com/SteveCats, where I post VODs when I get around to it, including this one, which I better save because otherwise I'm going to lose it. Both mentally and physically. And you can also go to the Discord where you can find me outside my regular streaming time. You want to post your factory? You're welcome to. You want to talk about whatever you're doing? You're welcome. You know, it's a chill community. Anyway, I am done for the night. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'alls later. See y'alls is just what I say these days. I'm trying to figure out what that box behind me was. There's like a box right there. Box of cards. I don't even know what cards are in it. I'll have to check that out later. Huh. Take care, everyone. Bye. Oh, I can't even hit record. I can't even hit stop recording because there's no recording to stop. My whole policy of procedure just doesn't work right now.